Oh, in the shooting as
Yeah,
you're
because
shooting.
I don't want to shoot like a girl.
That's good. You should shoot like a shooter.
Shoot like a champion, yeah.
Shoot like a shooter.
All right, welcome to the Practical Pistol Show. My name is Ben Steger. I'm here to answer your shooting questions. Today, as always, Candice.
Producer.
Yeah, producer Candice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And joining us from Kansas City is Mr. Matt Hopkins.
Hi, everybody.
Jesus. Bringing the energy, baby. I love it. It's going to be a long show if that's how we go. If that's how it plays out. But I think it'll be okay. The first topic of conversation today is you, Matt.
Me? How?
Yes, it is you. So, some turd fired up a thread on Doodie Project about the Training to Win DVD, which you were on, which I've sold a few of, and a few people have watched them. And what this thread has turned into is people commenting that I keep noticing Hopkins' thumb move every time he triggers a shot.
Now, I'll admit, I saw that a few times, and I was like, oh, he deals with that problem, too. That's not so bad.
Okay, it was actually in the Training to Win DVD or just the YouTube video?
Well, then they linked up the YouTube video.
It's more prevalent in the YouTube video, but
more prevalent in there. That's when I noticed, actually. So that was filmed like a year ago, May. So May of 2014.
All right,
I didn't actually know I did it, so.
Well, no,
which is a weird thing.
Well, that's the YouTube.
Right. So what? Like, Candace, be sure you put a link to this thread in the show notes so people can go see Hopkins' thumb.
Yes.
But, all right. So
riveting.
What was happening here?
That was 100% speed, no sight, picture, nothing. So I was just trying to rock the gun and make the gun go really fast.
So you were moving your thumb every shot, but like you didn't know that you did it? Is that what
I didn't consciously know I was doing it, no.
All right. Now here's the interesting thing to me. Did it cause a problem?
No. Not at all.
Did you stop doing it?
I think I have stopped doing it. Like, I just looked at video afterward of this past winter from an indoor match, and I didn't notice it. I went into slow-mo on it, too, so I don't know.
Well, that
I don't know if it's a tension thing or not. Maybe it is. I don't know.
I mean, it could be sympathetic movement when you're, like, rocking your finger fast and your thumb gets moving. But, like, I saw it, and I wanted to hate it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't because it's like, well, if it doesn't cause a problem, then, you know, whatever.
Right.
I guess that's how I kind of feel about it.
Yeah, you can see it when you're doing your bill drills in Training to Win.
Okay. I'll actually check that out.
Yes, you want to see your thumb moving.
Yeah, well, I was just like, you know, that gun rocks a lot, but he's rocking it real fast.
Another
faster than I can
thing
shoot
people
it,
have
so
to
I'm like,
think
who cares?
of is that's a snapshot in time.
Yeah.
I mean, the Training to Win DVD was, what, 2 years ago, right?
It was filmed like 21 months ago.
Okay, it's almost 2 years. And the YouTube video was a year ago. And I have video of this past just a month ago where I don't see it, or it's not as prevalent. So it could be just a time frame of during when I was shooting that, and that was happening.
Yeah, no, like I said, I wanted to hate it, but I really couldn't because if it didn't cause a problem, it didn't cause a problem. But it makes good fodder for conversation when you see weird things like that.
Oh, yeah.
I know that I twist my hip a lot when I draw, and I've tried not to, but I still do it, and to the point where I get people emailing me like, "You twist your hip to get the gun a little more forward so you can draw faster," and it's like, "Oh, motherfucker, I'm trying not to twist my hip."
You know, unconsciously, I think I do the same thing for the same reason they think. It's just like, it feels like it'll be faster, right? Or it's just, I don't know, reaching down for the gun and bringing your hip forward just seems natural. I don't know why.
Those are habits that seem to be not optimal, but we tend to do them anyway. Yeah. All right. Well, that was fun. So anyway, if you want to go see Hopkins moving his thumb when he's shooting fast, go check out that thread. I mean, I think it's interesting, and I like that, Matt. You're open to talking about it.
Why would I not be? I mean, how should?
Because it's shameful.
Oh, really?
Because there's people on the
That's
internet.
the only thing I have to work on, right?
I think so. When you do that, you'll be a grandmaster for real.
All right. What was the comment? It was national level.
Yeah, you'll be a national level GM.
Okay.
Top 16. Top 16. You'll be in the shoot-off.
I said national level.
Oh.
What was the most offensive comment to you on that thread?
Don't tell them. They'll just do it more.
He doesn't really care.
Oh, okay. Tell them then.
I don't remember.
But there was probably something.
I don't let that bother me, honestly.
Yeah, I like the guy who said, "Don't fuck with Hopkins. If he thumb wiggles his way to the top 16 in the Nationals, you bitches better get to copying his shit."
I think that's a legit.
That was nice. That was nice. He's still mad that I gave him the wrong stage plan at Production Nationals.
Oh yeah, Ace. You got hop fucked. All right, Candice, let's move on to some questions.
All right. So the first question is, "Hi Ben, I really enjoy your podcasts, and I'm looking forward to the different content on your new video channel as well. I know Steel Challenge is not necessarily your thing, but Dryfire certainly is. So I was hoping you might give your opinion about this new training aid specifically for practicing Steel Challenge Dryfire." And he gives us a link. "And do you think this is the way that it would be really good to get, or the way to get really good at Steel Challenge?" And then he says maybe they could send you one so you could try it out or something. And it's basically a banner with a Steel Challenge stage in a panorama. So it's kind of like a big photo of a Steel Challenge stage.
Right. So it appears to be.
It's called SteelShootBanners.com, and I'll put a link because it's kind of funny.
Well, no, it's an interesting product, and I think it's on vinyl.
Yeah, it's like a printed like a banner you'd send to a match or have like on a stage.
And this is something that I'll be honest, I've looked at doing, because it's kind of like, if I want to have targets laid out a certain way and then kind of integrate that in with the Dryfire program.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
a plate rack or some crap like that.
Yeah, so it's like,
I hate having to set those 6 little dots up all the time.
Yeah, but I think for me as a person who would potentially sell something like this, I get the idea. I like the idea of it. I don't think you can get it to market cheap enough, you know, to like really sell a bunch of them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at it. You get 8 Steel Challenge stages for $215, which is awesome.
Nothing. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
$40 a piece.
That's all the stages.
Like, no. I like the idea, but that's a lot of money, and that really limits the market. Now, if people if you've got the money and you're interested in that, definitely buy it. Like, who gives a shit? I mean, it's a good idea. It's just a lot of money for what it is.
So what was the whole sum? Like, how much?
It's $215 for all 8 Steel Challenge stages in a bundle.
I did the same sort of thing. I was going to get into Steel Challenge, and they have a airsoft version of it, kind of like that, but you got to set it up with 30 feet, and it's actually little targets. I actually bought that, and it was right around $200 too. So the price is right on, I think. Mine was a BAM airsoft.
Okay. Well, I would I think you'd sell a shitload more of them if they were cheaper. But it's an expensive product to manufacture. That's why it's that much.
Yeah.
Because it's full color banners. They're not just. They look like you're outdoors shooting them.
Right. What about the actual usefulness of it, you think?
Well, it is a Steel Challenge stage. Like, it is useful if you really like Steel Challenge and you're apeshit about training for Steel Challenge, right?
If I trained for Steel Challenge, I'd buy it.
You would? Well, you would. What about you, Hopkins?
Depends on how far away do I have to put them, because they have to fit in my tiny little apartment.
I think it's 10 feet.
Yeah, it's right.
Oh, I definitely buy that then.
Well, you Hopkins?
You have to have up to 30 feet, so.
Oh.
Would you actually get the distance kind of compared to that?
Yeah. Well, what about you, Hopkins? Would you buy it?
If I had the room, I'd buy it.
If I had not already bought what I bought, I would look into it. Yes.
Yeah. Well, shit. Maybe it's not too much money then.
Maybe it's not too much.
$200, no.
If it's all the stages and you want to win, you do what it takes.
The only thing I can think of that would be better is have Tim do it. Have Tim buy a set
out of cardboard.
No, yeah. And then get all the sizes.
Oh, Jesus.
And then have them laser cut them and sell the set as that. And then they can tape them to their wall.
Right, but then that person would have to scale out
every
that
time
shit
they
exactly.
have to tape it up.
Tim would just scale it out. He'd make a bunch of different...
Dude, do you trust him to do that? He sells 1/3 scale targets that are probably more like 1/4 scale. And he hasn't figured it out.
Right? It's harder to hit.
Steel Challenge is always the exact same game.
Oh, right.
It's like a classifier. It's cool. No, it's cool. A classifier, it doesn't matter where. El Presidente 7 or 10. That's cool.
It is a distance.
I mean, it's pretty close.
Whatever. Yeah, I think it sounds like a pretty good idea. I was all ready to hate on it, but the more I think about it...
No, I like the idea.
The only problem I saw with it, I think he had Smoke and Hope on there. The banner was so wide that it wouldn't fit on a normal wall. Like, it was like 8 feet wide to get all the targets on it.
Yeah, I got an 8 feet so I could stand 10 feet from.
You had to back up farther than the 10 feet.
Oh.
Because it's such a wide transition between targets.
All right. Well, okay, so interesting idea. And I do actually, in full disclosure, I do know the guy doing this. Yeah. And he's a nice guy. His name's Ken.
He has like GSSF versions also, which that might also
could potentially be more lucrative.
Yeah, absolutely.
GSSF? No, if you're training seriously, you're not doing it for GSSF more than likely.
Why not?
Why not?
It's GSSF.
What about NRA Action Pistol? You could do something
King of
like
Jump
that.
Carry makes a living at it, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know one person that can make a living out of Dover, out of...
Brian Dover, yeah.
Yeah. He makes like 40 G's a year off Clock's GSSF.
They should just ban him. That's totally against the spirit of advertising it. If one dude wins all of it, it's just
whatever. All right, Candice, let's move on. Hit the next question.
Let's move on to the second question. Can you guys elaborate on your sponsorships? I'm curious what deals you, the best competitors in the world, get out of different manufacturers.
You see the face she made when she said that shit? Damn.
Well,
oh my god.
It was blatant ego stroking.
So that was to Ben though. That wasn't to me. Just to let everybody know.
Yeah, that was to Ben.
Well, I think he thinks you're plural or something. Then.
No, I think that question came. I think it came after Brandon Wright was on.
Oh yeah, it did. You're right. It did.
But whatever. Hopkins is pretty good too.
Yeah, he's cool.
And you beat Brandon Wright like a yard dog at the USPSA Nationals, so you're pretty good too.
Not like a yard dog. I just.
Whatever.
Yes.
I don't beat dogs. Is that good?
I don't know. I don't see the point of having one if you're not going to hit it.
Okay.
You wouldn't hit your dog, Ben. I've seen you with it.
Oh my God.
I rubber belly.
Wait, you said you wouldn't hit it?
I would never hit that dog. No.
Phrasing. What? Okay, anyway.
All right, so Hopkins, you're supposed to elaborate on your deal if you feel comfortable.
So I work full-time at CZUSA. That's my main job. They sponsor me to shoot. That means they help out with stuff, like send me to matches, equipment, stuff like that. They give me time off work to do that. I don't know, what else?
What else is there? That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, if I could interject here, Matt, would you say that sort of deal, like having a full-time job at some sort of shooting industry company who then helps you get to matches and maybe flexes the schedule around that, I mean, that's the most, common. If you think of like that person's a pro shooter, it's probably a deal more like that.
Yeah, I'd say that's the most common rather than the just get paid to go shoot matches kind.
I actually don't. I don't personally know anybody that is just get paid to go shoot matches type of person.
I've thought the same thing, but I think it's probably only Robbie because he does nothing else, right? He goes to trade shows.
He has to go to SHOT Show and stuff.
Yeah, he goes to trade shows, but he only goes to SHOT. I don't think he goes to NRA. I don't know. He might.
Well, but he doesn't go to a desk, is what we're saying, right?
Absolutely not, right?
Okay, there we go.
I don't know. I don't know about any like specific individual, but like I don't know anybody that just gets paid to go to matches. There's always some other bullshit they have to do. And for me, as far as like any sponsorship I get, it's extremely minimal. I'll put it that way. But that's okay. So, yeah, I mean, do you have anything else to say?
Technically, you're like own sponsor, right, though, Ben? You do classes and that pays for your shooting.
So you mean I work and then make money and then go shoot?
Yeah.
Like almost everyone, except he does it in shooting.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's cool. The only thing is I get to write off shooting expenses.
Oh God.
So
Nice.
that's cool. But that's pretty much it. Anything to say about that, Candice? Should we wrap this bitch up?
I don't really have much to say about it.
Wait, you're relatively new to the sport, right?
Yeah, and certainly new to ever having anyone pay for anything for me out of their own pocket. So, what Matt has sounds pretty sweet.
Well, does it surprise you that that's kind of?
No.
I mean, as someone new to the sport, I think the people's perception is that there's a lot of pros, and I've had A-class shooters come up to me and like, hey Ben, how do you get some sponsors? And it's like, I want to say, like, number one, dude, you're absolutely asking the wrong guy. All right.
I'm not sure that's true, Ben. You seem to have strong opinions.
Well, I have strong opinions, but like, you probably want to ask someone who's gotten a lot of sponsors. Like, that'd be the dude to ask. But there's not a lot of sponsorship out there. As far as that's going to be your full-time gig, there's plenty of people.
No, I can't imagine it ever being my full-time gig, really.
Yeah.
So, just paying for having the game be as free as possible sounds pretty sweet.
Yes, that is good. All right.
All right.
Good talk. Let's wrap this up. If you want to get in touch with producer Candice, YouTube channel, talk to her there. Hopkins.
On Facebook too.
My homeboy Timmy's helping you with the website, right?
Yeah, we're working
Oh
on it.
man, that'll rock.
When is that going to be? When is that going to be up?
A few weeks, probably still.
Okay. So for now, people just have to contact Matt on Facebook if they want to talk to him about all of the things that he knows about. And for me, benstugger.com. You can go there, or go to benstuggerproshop.com if you want to shit on Tim or whatever. That's all fine.